just test this, make sure we got the right. Pretty sure we do, but it's hard to. Oh hey. It's okay. It's hard to screw this up. We'll put that in there. Hey.
Good.
Okay. Hey kids. It's Friday. I have Dave here. You know Dave. Mr. Piekler is with us in the studio. Today we're going to talk about work ethic. What was your first job, Dave?
My first job was working for a vegetable farmer, weeding their fields and harvesting their produce.
Weeding and harvesting. How old were you?
13?
My first job, I worked for Gannett as a paper distribution, we'll call it, I was a paper boy. What's a good title? Paper distribution. I worked in the distribution channel for newsprint. That's what I could say. I was a newsprint agent. No, I was a paper boy. 5 o'clock every morning I would get up, load the papers into my bag, and it was a walking route. But on Sundays, Dad would help us load all the papers into the station wagon and would help us. Had that at 12 years old, and I did that for 2 years.
I bet the Sunday paper was huge.
Oh, I dreaded, okay, we dreaded New Year's Day paper, we dreaded Thanksgiving papers, we dreaded Christmas papers, because that always had the sale. The Thanksgiving paper was brutal, because that had all the Friday sales and stuff in it, and it was just terrible because it was so heavy. I mean, there's some days you could get all the papers in the bag, and there were some days there's no way. And I remember, well, the Sunday paper and these other days, these holidays are so big, they would drop off the inserts halfway in the middle of the week, and then you get the paper, then you have to stuff the inserts in them, because they give you the comics, that's what they call it, the comics, like a week in advance. Kind of keeping the printing press. Now that we're in the printing industry, we understand you got to keep things running, so they would do that all ahead of time. Boy, brutal, very heavy. But working in the fields, that was pretty hard work too.
That was very hard work.
Now, what did that teach you?
How to crawl, how to bunch radishes, how to cut lettuce, how to cut spinach, how to pick carrots.
Probably taught you they didn't want that job, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You were mud from pretty much your waist down all the time.
I can tell you I have no desire to be in the newspaper distribution channel in that, but it taught a very important lesson of work ethic. My parents said that if you wanted stuff, you had to work for it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's important.
Yep.
That's important. Not that I'm telling you got to get a job. Emma, get out and get a job. You're 2 years old now. You got to work for your binkies.
How much did you get paid for the?
Oh gosh.
For the distribution route.
Oh goodness, $20 a week maybe? 20, 25 bucks a week. Wasn't very glamorous, that's for sure.
I got $2.60 an hour. And at the end of the week, they went to they always went to the farmers markets, like in West Dallas, down in the Milwaukee area.
Sure.
And then they had another one called Fondy. And so they got paid in cash all the time. So, and it was always dollars. So I could get like a $50 check, which they paid in like 50 singlets. So I had an envelope. I'd get an envelope like this thick every week.
So it was always under the table.
Well, I think because I did get a statement.
You did?
Yeah. So I think it was all.
That saves the trip to the bank having to cash it.
Right. That saves the trip to the bank. Saves them depositing and pulling out and whatnot. And one fun time before I had my license, because the owner wasn't too keen on us driving the vehicles unless we had our licenses. There was a girl who was trying to work the stick shift. It was on the column. She could not get the truck going. She kept stalling it out in the field because she couldn't get the clutch and the gas pedal.
Oh yeah,
thing
you gotta get that modulated just right.
And I was on the back of the truck, and she knew I could drive, even though I didn't have my license. So she yelled for me to come up there. So I went up there, and there's already like 4 kids in the front seat already, and the rest of them are all hanging over the back.
Yep.
And so I get it started, I get going, I'm driving through the field. she says, you have to jump out. I'm like, what? You have to jump out because if the owner sees you driving, he's going to flip his lid because he just got done yelling at a kid the day before for doing that.
Uh-oh.
So I do the MacGyver jump out and roll. I get up and I run back up to the truck and they pull me back on. That's my story.
You don't want to work in the fields, though.
No, you don't want to work in the field.
So work ethic's important. We got to shut this down because I think we got to live it.
Getting up every morning.
That taught you. That taught
Yes.
you. You know, there's a couple things you got to know. Madeline's going to be getting a job pretty soon. She babysits, so that's certainly a job.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to get a job at Culver's. You got to be punctual. You got to be on time. That's simple, but
employers love it when the people are on time.
Right.
Because they don't have to worry whether you're going to be there or not. They know it.
Being dependable is important. No matter what you do, yesterday we talked about whatever you do, be good at it. Whatever you do, be on time. That's simple.
Yeah.
That's as simple. And when you do a job interview, come early. Don't be late for a job interview. You're done.
Yeah.
You might as well just be on time and be happy. When you work at Culver's, Madeline's going to be working at the Darboy Culver's.
That's going to be the greatest.
Oh yeah, we're going to go and be able to get some smooth deals on ice cream, and we might spill it on the floor just so she has to clean it up because that's job security. Okay, we got to wrap this up, but get a job, work hard. You're certainly not going to might not get the most glamorous job at first. You kind of got to earn your stripes. But
it's good experience.
That's
Everything
right.
is
Good experience. First jobs, fields, newspaper, different things. But now we're here in the printing industry. How fun's that?
Yeah.
Okay, kids, we love you.
Yes,
and
we love you.
we
Have
will,
a great weekend.
And I'm in Orlando next week, so I'll be filming and taping from Orlando. I will talk to you later, kids. Bye.